Did you guys know that we have a podcast? Yes, we did, and that is partly my fault. I have not made it known. I have not reminded you guys of the podcast, but I am doing it right now, right here, because I need your help once again. It is the same thing. Cue the Nurse. There's going to be a link in the description box below. Please click it. Go to Apple Podcasts. Give me them 5 stars and leave a comment. Rate it. Subscribe. It on Apple Podcasts is where most podcasts blow up, get big. That's where they have most of the eyeballs, or should I say, them ears. But with that being said, please go rate, subscribe, comment, so the rest of the nursing community, the rest of the healthcare world can find out about yours truly, Q the Nurse. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Always refer to him as the occupant, as he is only occupying space. He does not embody the grace, the empathy, the compassion, the integrity that office requires and that the American people deserve.
Moving on to some political news here. So our president, our so-called president, and I love how Ayanna Pressley says it, the occupant, because she is right. He does not have in a single bone in his body that is presidential. He is just occupying the office currently. But Donald Trump, today, Sunday, doubled down on the tweets, the racist tweets that he sent to the squad, to the 4 ultimate representatives. My favorite, the core, the squad, the crew. Squad goals, I'm telling you, they're the shit. They're the goddamn shit. Anyways, so he's double downing on those tweets. I'm going to show you the video and then we'll talk about it after.
These women have said horrible things about our country and the people of our country. Nobody should be able to do that, and if they want to do that, that's up to them. But I can't imagine they're going to do very well at the polls. And I say this, if the Democrats want to embrace people that hate our country, people that are so far left that nobody's ever seen anything like it, if they want to embrace people that are so anti-Semitic and anti-Israel, they want to do that, that's up to them. But I don't have to do that. I think what they say and what they've said is a disgrace to them, to the Democrats, and frankly, to our country.
It's ridiculous. It is absolutely, yes, he's asking the squad to apologize. He's not apologizing. He's doubled down. He's saying that they need to apologize to him and the rest of the United States of America. I'll get to the details in just 1 second, but according to The Hill, the comments from Donald Trump come a week after he sparked an uproar by telling the 4 freshman House Democrats, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Pressley, to go back to their crime-infested places they came from before speaking out about U.S. policy. What I need to remind this dunce of a man that it is literally their job to talk and to fight for U.S. policies they believe is going to make the country better. That they believe is going to serve the people that democratically elected them to office. I don't understand how he doesn't understand that part of a representative's job is to say, this is not going right for the country, for the people I represent, and I want to fix it. So you don't fix something that isn't broken. They are pointing out the things that are messed up about this so-called great country, and they want to fix it. They have solutions to the problems that they point to. Like this, it's ridiculous that he can actually think. It's insane. It's insane. And the cherry on top of all of this, he's saying that they are wrong because they insulted this country. His entire slogan, the thing he ran on in 2016, was to make America great again. Which obviously means at the time America isn't great. Someone needs to ask Donald Trump that simple question. Donald Trump, you want them to apologize for insulting the country, but your entire slogan, what you ran on in 2016 was the fact that America wasn't great and that you wanted to make it great. It is ridiculous. It is insane. I don't understand it. But moving forward to the response. So the initial tweets happened and then the squad had a response video. And yes, I was disrespected by the tweet, but I wasn't hurt because this is something that Donald Trump does on the reg, nonstop, all day, every day, right? But thanks to the squad, I have never been more proud to be an immigrant than I am today. I just want you to listen to, this is the response to to Donald Trump telling these four ladies, these four congresswomen, to go back to their infested countries. Which, by the way, 3 of the 4 were born here, and obviously all 4 are citizens. That's why they are representatives in the United States Congress. I feel like I don't have to tell that to you normal people out there, but Donald Trump and his supporters, I just don't understand that them going back to their countries is going back to their hometowns in the United States of America. But I just want you guys to see a few things that they said, each of the ladies said during a response to the tweets.
And so the first note that I want to tell children across this country is that no matter what the president says, this country belongs to you. Mm-hmm. And it belongs to everyone. And today, that very notion was challenged. I am not surprised when the president says that 4 sitting members of Congress should, quote, go back to their own country, when he has authorized raids without warrants on thousands of families across this country. I am not surprised that he uses the rhetoric that he does when he violates international human rights and takes thousands of children away from their families. I am not surprised that he has turned our public education system under the leadership of Betsy DeVos into a cash cow to enrich himself and his friends. I am not surprised when he corrupts via the Secretary of Transportation. I am not surprised at what he's doing. But I also know that we're focused on making it better, because we don't leave the things that we love. And when we love this country, what that means is that we propose the solutions to fix it. We love all people in this country, and that's why we believe health care is a human right. We love all children in this country, and because we do, that's why we fight for education for all children through college. And so we'll stay focused on our agenda, and we won't get caught slipping, because all of this is a distraction.
God damn it. I am so proud. I love these 4 ladies. This is what representation looks like. Listen, Donald Trump sends racist tweets trying to get under their skin, talking shit, trying to be, literally just being a child. But these 4 congresswomen came back and they responded by fighting back. They're not going to hold back. They're not going to tiptoe around him, walk in eggshells. They say, no, he's racist, he's a bigot, he's a sexist. All of the above, that is who he is, giving examples.
This is a president who has said, grab women by the pussy. This is a president who's called black athletes sons of bitches. This is a president who has called black people who come from black and brown countries shitholes. This is a president who has equated neo-Nazis with those who protest against them in Charlottesville. This is a president who has openly violated the very value our country aspires to uphold: equality under the law, religious liberty, equal protection, and protection from persecution. And to distract from that, he's launching a blatantly racist attack on 4 duly elected members of the United States House of Representatives, all of whom are women of color. This is the agenda of white nationalists.
And then most importantly, they made it very clear to let him and everyone else that is watching know that what he's doing is blatant. It is a distraction. It is him trying to start his rally for the 2020 election. This is his plan, so he knows to get his base riled up. So they say, don't worry and don't be distracted by his childish behavior and his racist tweets, all of this shit. Do not be distracted by it. Let's move forward fighting for the policies that we believe in. Medicare for all, education for all, the Green New Deal, getting him impeached. These are the things that they are going to work on, work towards, instead of dealing and fighting back with this petulant child.
This is simply a disruption and a distraction from the callous, chaotic, and corrupt culture of this administration all the way down. We want to get back to the business of the American people and why we were sent here, reducing the cost of prescription drugs, addressing the public health crisis and epidemic that is gun violence, addressing the racial wealth gap, and yes, making sure that families stay together.
On top, their entire response was just amazing. But what I loved is the fact that each and every single one of them made sure to let Nancy Pelosi know, but not by name. They basically said leadership in the Democratic Party should start moving forward with the impeachment process. I love this. I love it.
I was elected to fight for them, fight for the 13th Congressional District. They sent me here to Congress to fight back against the corporate assault and the corruption in our country. This means supporting an impeachment inquiry of this president and his actions by the administration and his appointees. Many members of Congress have called for his impeachment because of his utter disregard and disrespect of the United States Constitution. And despite this and other many attempts to distract us, we remain focused on holding him accountable to the laws of this land and accountable to the American people. I urge House leadership, many of my colleagues, to take action to impeach this lawless president today. And now
they're not biting their tongue. They're not walking on eggshells. They're doing what they think is right. And this is what I call representation. Thank God for the Justice Democrats. Thank God for these 4 congresswomen, right? Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this is the greatest thing ever. These are true American heroes.
I also would like to just underscore the fact that despite the occupant of the White House attempts to marginalize us and to silence us, please know that we are more than 4 people. We ran on a mandate to advocate for and to represent those ignored, left out, and left behind. Our squad is big. Our squad includes any person committed to building a more equitable and just world. And that is the work that we want to get back to. And given the size of this squad and this great nation, we will not be silenced.